Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to a quick little look at the T-50-2. So this is a new tank to WoT Tanks console that is going to be available from today up until the 20th of May. So you've got a few weeks to make up your mind. And it's a tier 6 Soviet light tank, premium light tank. So yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a funny one. I've been having a look at it. I've played a few games in it today. It's very quick. Let's just have a little look at the stats on it and you can see what I mean. So in the garage here, it's got 560 hit points, kind of pretty normal for tier 6 light tank, and the rest of the stats I found are pretty comparable to the MT25 maybe, that sort of thing. It's maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit lighter. You don't get the weight displayed on the console version on this page, unfortunately. But the speed limit 72, pretty good. Acceleration is fairly good as well. Actually, a bit less than the MT25's top engine. The chassis rotation is trash, basically. I haven't noticed it hindering me too much, though. To be fair, that has been one of the main talking points. People saying about one of the main negative points is it's kind of crappy traverse. It's a little bit noticeable, but it means you have a pretty big turning circle, but it's very quick, and I found with the turret rotation it's not been too much of an issue. You can't circle people as much as you'd like to, but it can be done. The rate of fire is very good. View range 370, not so bad, and the camo, I don't know what above average is, man. I mean, but it's a pretty small tank, so I think it's got a pretty small camo rating. It is kind of tall-ish and really narrow. It's got a bit of a kind of hot dog look to it. You don't really notice it too much side on like that, but when you're in battle and you kind of sit like this, it's like this weird long narrow. Actually, maybe it's not that tall, but it's very long and narrow. But yeah, cool little tank. Let's have a look at the store. It's available for a couple of weeks. We've got the fully loaded bundles, as everyone loves. Why have lots of different tanks for sale when you can just have one with lots of different options? So yeah, whatever floats your boat. They're not bad deals, to be fair. I mean, that one comes with a week of prem, sometimes 2 ops, whatever. One of them comes with a crew skill, I believe, smooth ride crew skill. So that'd be cool if I was buying it. I got it for free off Wargaming, so thanks Wargaming. If I was buying it, I would have bought it with that one probably, because free crew skill. Well, I don't know. It depends if I wanted a Soviet crew. If I wasn't too bothered about new crews, then I would have just bought the cheapo one. If it had been my way, I wouldn't have bought it at all, because I've got so many premium tanks, it's ridiculous, and I don't really need it anymore. But there you go. It's quite fun. I had a few games in it. I had a mastery game. I know the mastery games are like dime a dozen first day, because the bar is set so low, so it's not really saying much about my game. But it's not a bad game, so I'm going to show it to you guys anyway, and you can see what you think. So here we are on Westfield in the T-50-2. We're in a tier 8 battle. And I'm rolling out, when I first took this out in my first couple of games, I just took out my kind of Ultra Scout setup of the binocs and optics and camo net. I ditched that very quickly after realizing this tank was really fast, and it was fun to drive it around really fast. So I got rid of the camo net, I got rid of the binoculars, the standing still ones, and I threw on, I think, got vents and a rammer on there as well, because why not make that ridiculous reload time even faster? I mean, the gun isn't amazing. It's quick. I mean, you'll see in this game, it doesn't actually do too badly. The penetration's kind of crap, and the damage is obviously very low, as you'd expect something that shoots 20 times a minute. It'd have to be. But I didn't find the accuracy on the move was actually too bad. This is with a fairly decent crew I've got in it as well. And you can see the turning circle's not horrific. It's not the best one for a light tank. It's no AMX chaffy, but it does the job. And you can see that it is very fast. So do not know what this T-32 driver's doing. Just absolute crazy move. Maybe he saw someone he really wanted to kill, but he decides to drive over. And you can see that I was kind of surprised the gun went through the side of that so easily. I know their armor's trash on the side, but you know, this is a tier 6 light tank with not a great gun. So pretty pleased that went through. Kind of surprised me, and hit nicely on the move as well. And I'm just going to keep moving around, keep spotting up over this ridge, waiting to get unspotted, watching out for artillery until I get bored, which is normally happens with light tanks. don't find I spend so much time passive scouting these days. I have had some really good games passive scouting, but I tend to only really do it these days on, I don't know, maybe really certain situations when I know there's a really like OP spot where I can sit in a bush really far forward and passive scout. Try and aim your shot, then realise it's probably silly to sit still and get minced by the RT or someone else. So yeah, I tend to go for a bit more of an active scouting role when I do play these days. Love doing this sort of thing, and well, not this thing shooting at this guy, but this thing of like spinning around on the sort of middle ridge of a map where the enemies all are and just kind of flitting over and spotting them out. Here I just turn around and realise that our team has actually pushed through, they've cracked through the defences, so I'm going to charge over and we're going to meet a rival T-52. We're going to down. I noticed I had a previous game my engine got damaged very, very easily when shot from the rear, so that is something that may well happen to you. Maybe it's just bad luck, but seemed to be something about this tank, that its engine like getting screwed up. And we're going to charge in because we're in a light tank that's really, really fast and it's fun. So, going to charge in these guys. The Hellcat's got weak armor. I don't know, I'll go through. Whoop! Kind of lucky not to fly off a cliff there. And actually lose a bit of health scraping into that guy there, I think. If I'd crashed into the side of him, I probably would have exploded and died. So, have to be careful there. Got the Hellcat of the game. This guy's now got himself into a bit of a awkward position for me to kind of get behind, and also there are two guys firing me from across the bridge, so I try my luck on the sidearm. Kind of surprisingly goes through. Maybe the pen on this isn't actually too bad after all, who knows. So we charge down here, want to see if the artillery's behind here. We're just mopping up damage. It's a nice quick tank, we can duke about quite nicely. Fire a rogue shot at the Challenger which misses. And we see we're also getting some fairly nice spotting assists as well with that 370 spotting range. So the T-28 seems nicely distracted now. I'm unspotted, so I'm going to go up here and try and finish off this artillery. And I think it's a Borsig that's sitting up here as well. It is indeed. Very pennable by this gun. There we go, there's the Hummel. Missed that one, but he gets blown up and I get the spotting for it. And there's the Borsig, which we hit ridiculously. That sliver of health he had didn't kill him with a shot. Such low alpha damage. Can be a bit frustrating. Bounce one there on the T-28. Then that one goes through pretty nicely. So the aim time's very nice and the accuracy's pretty solid. Just that kind of subpar alpha and pen. But there you go. I mean, like I said, it's very, very easy to get the mastery games on the day one of these tanks coming out. Obviously, that's no kind of crazy round. Just a very, very generous gold badge. But it's good enough. You know, I thought it gave you a little bit of a show of that tank moving around, shooting to people. It's top of the leaderboards, I guess, so you can't really... it's not too totally trash. But by my high standards, I'd say that's sort of medium trash. Anyway, yeah, so hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's a little bit of an idea of if you might like to drive that tank. How does it compare to other... Well, I don't know what other tier 6 medium light tanks I've really got. I kind of went up the French line before, so I had the 12T. That's a very, very different tank. I guess it's maybe movement-wise a little bit similar to the Type 64, which is quite quick as well. But I think the Type 64 I prefer the gun on. Has a bit of you get a bit higher alpha damage on the Type 64. What else you got? Tier 6. You got the MX Chaffee, but that's kind of different because that plays up to tier 10, so that's a different beast altogether. So I don't know. It doesn't really feel too super unique and amazing to me, but you know, it's a Soviet light tank. It's it'd be a decent crew trainer. Light tank's good fun if that's your sort of thing. Maybe grab it, give it a go. Tier 6 is a nice kind of range for premium tanks. I think if you're someone who doesn't want to spend too much money on the game, the tier 8 light tanks, tier 8 tanks generally, premium tanks, are prohibitively expensive. It's too much to really spend on a game. If you don't want to sort of splash lots of money, but the stuff that's at tier 6 and tier 7 is a kind of good bang for your buck for the silver rewards and the XP rewards you get for that, for crew training and just grinding out silver, versus how much of your hard-earned or stolen or borrowed real-world cash you want to spend. So it does sit in that kind of area. I think it's worth eyeing up. It's a rare one, so you know, if you like red tanks, snap it up. We'll see. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if you've grabbed it and what you think of it. I've only played like 4 or 5 games in it so far, so still learning it. You know, I'm gonna have a crack at it over the next few days, see what I can come up with, see if I can get some better gameplay for you guys, we shall see. Alright, nice one. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that very quick little video, and hopefully you'll find it useful. My name's Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and I will see you next time.